cheer! Placido Miquiabas National High School welcomes you to our school year 2020-2021 virtual processional. May I request everyone to please stand for the invocation and national anthem.
Bayang magiliw, dalas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bugaw, may dinagang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagriningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng walhati pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Gracious God of every abundant blessing, we rejoice in the achievements of this year's graduates. We celebrate your presence in their lives through the love and support of parents, siblings, partners, family, dear friends, mentors, teachers, professors, coaches, and other community partners. We are grateful for all who have made this moment possible. Support and strengthen the graduates as they journey into unknown futures complicated by coronavirus. As they journey into these unprecedented times, may they know your guidance. In their acts of justice, may they share in every good work to which you have led them. In their concerns and fears, may they know your peace. In their faithful witness, may they know your steadfast love. Bless them and sustain them as they go forth called to serve the neighbor in your mercy. This we pray in hope and thanksgiving. Amen.
Diyos sa iyong Mindanao mabuhay, kimahal na mong natawan, maaswagon, masidakon, malipayon, pagpalo sa katahon, magpapiling kaning kasing-kasing, ang kabanaan o kamalipayon, di sa kanunay gugmaan magpaitabaw, ang kahon sa'yo kanina. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, utang na among natawan, bisagos sa pamantalimar, kami na minahalan. Sa buhat at katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan, magpabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Mabuhay ang iyong Mindanao, utang na among natawan, bisagos sa pamangkaliwan, kami na minahalay. Sa buhat at katuyuan, simbolo sa kagawasan, magpabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan. Magpabiling na magkahirusa, kadahugan sa tanan.
officially welcome us all, let us all listen for our secondary school principal's welcome address.
Good day, everyone. This pandemic brought to us by COVID-19 virus has changed our lives drastically. That even our way of educating our students has shifted to the new face-to-face instructions. Being a school administrator for more than a decade, the new normal taught us to be more resourceful and flexible as we face trials, challenges, and opportunities. Here in Placido Campus National High School, we use distance learning through printed and digitized self-learning methods. Here we are today celebrating the fruits of our labor. Your batch is the first batch who will experience the virtual graduation and completion ceremonies. But that does not let you less better than those who experience the old normal face-to-face celebration. Not this pandemic can stop you from reaching your dreams. You can build education in the home from home. To the parents and students of batch 2020-2021, congratulations and God bless you all.
My warmest congratulations to all the graduates. I feel honored to be invited of this virtual graduation exercises, wherein our graduates will receive their diplomas as an indication of achievement, which is a step closer to your aim goal. Education is the lifeline of the future of our country, and education is the primary investment we can make for our children. As parents and as a nation, while we have faced many challenges in our education system in the past, not enough infrastructure, educational materials, and so on, we are now facing a new challenge we have never faced before. The pandemic have turned the way we navigate the world. Classrooms have become empty. School halls have become quiet. And health protocols have made it challenging, even for our teachers, to continue working among the never-ending cycles of lockdowns and travel restrictions. The DepEd, CHED, and other educational institutions have had to adapt in order to maintain the vital system of education. These new strategies involve distance learning. The new normal system of education involves online learning, educational broadcasting, as well as mixed modes of education. While there was some skepticism regarding the effectiveness of this system, we must also remember that distance learning modes have been around for a significant amount of time, as in the norm in online learning platforms such as EDX or Coursera. These commencement exercises are yet another example of the effectiveness of distance learning. An achievement to remind us that despite the chaos, despite the skepticism, despite the anxiety, our creative, hardworking, and resilient faculty and staff and the administrators and will continue to maintain quality educations to the youth of this country. To our students, remember everything you have learned, not just from the lessons taught to you by your teachers, but also the lessons of living through one of the greatest challenges in our country's history. Remember to cultivate within yourselves in the values of resilience, innovation, and service to your family and community. Remember your values because while your grades and technical know-how are necessary, these by themselves do not make a person fully educated. A good quality education teaches the students how to think and encourages them to innovate and be creative in service to their community. As long as you have this, the curiosity for technical skills and knowledge will come naturally. And for all of us in education, let us keep sight of our values. Let us cultivate them. It wouldn't matter then where or how classes are taught, as long as we impart our values effectively. We will always have a good reasons to believe that we have taught our students well and that our education is of good quality. Again, congratulations to all our graduates.
To our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Edelberto L. Oplinarias, CC5, as the school administrator of this institution, and after thorough evaluation and scrutiny of the overall performance of the Placidami Campus National High School Grade 12 students, may I have the honor and privilege to present to you the 54 boys and 48 girls, a total of 102 graduates who successfully completed the K-12 Basic Education Curriculum of the Department of Education for school year 2020-2021.
By the authority vested in me as the school's Division Superintendent of the Division of Lanao del Norte, and as the representative of Leonor Magtolis Briones, Secretary of the Department of Education, and having been represented and certified by the school head, that you have completed the basic requirements prescribed by the Department of Education under the senior high school curriculum, I now confirm you graduates for school year 2020-2021. Congratulations!
Good day to each and everyone who is attending virtually present at this time of our graduation ceremonies for our beloved and very precious graduates for the school year which ends at this time. First of all, I'd like to greet the parents and family members without whose sacrifices, whose reminders, and whose participation in the learning process for our graduates have resulted in this combination program. This year, your role has changed drastically, where we've always thought, we've always believed that the matter of educating our children rests nearly exclusively on our teachers and our staff. This time, you parents, you family members, you who are in the households of our learners have expanded your role and contributed to this wonderful day. wherein finally, our learners are graduating in this culmination exercise. So congratulations, because this year has not been very easy, has not been a picnic for our teachers, for our family members, as well, especially the parents, mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, and all who have contributed to the achievement of our learners at this time. So, maraming salamat at congratulations, parents and family members. Mas malaki ang role ninyo at this time compared to earlier graduation exercises. Secondly, I would also like to greet our teachers, without whose very careful review and careful supervision of the work of our pupils and our learners, this event would not be taking place at all. And so thank you, teachers. Your role has also expanded. In addition to seeing to it that the modules are faithfully followed, the assignments are correctly implemented, and the learners are truly learning. And you have had to deal with new ways of assessing the performance also of the learners. So congratulations, teachers, for enduring, for your patience, for your love for our learners, and your willingness to engage in a way and methods of teaching which are different from those which are used to. Assessment must have been especially difficult for you, especially since you were not able to see most of the time our students in face-to-face meetings, and most of the meetings, of course, were virtual. We'd also like to thank the local government units for their interest, for their cooperation, and for their continuing contributions to the needs of education, even as our children do not go to school. Your donations of material as well as financial resources at this time are most welcome, and your advice has been taken seriously not only by our teachers, by our school officials, but also by our officials in the Department of Education. We continually talk with local government units, especially in times of disaster, in times of great need for classrooms, for space, and for responses to unforeseen emergencies. Thank you, local government units. But of course, most of the congratulatory greetings fall on the deserving graduate. Each and every one of you is truly special. You are different from the other graduates who have passed through the portals of your school. You went to school practically without seeing your teachers, if at all. You went to school with your parents, your mothers, and your fathers hovering over your shoulders and seeing to it that you are able to complete your assignments. You are completing your studies at a time when examinations and assessments are different. You are culminating these long months of hard work at this time, even as you have to do family chores, even as you are distracted, and even as your world has turned upside down, and it seems and it appears as if we don't know what the future holds and what will happen next. But you have persevered, and now you are ready to graduate. And therefore, you deserve each and every bit of congratulations from us in the Department of Education, from your parents and family members, your teachers, from the officials in local government, as well as independent teachers associations. You deserve each and every single congratulatory pat on your back, each hug, virtually, of course, and each greeting, which I am sure you are also receiving virtually. I don't know if you will remember this event many years from now. I have tried to recall myself who our graduation speaker was when I finished high school and when I finished my college studies. All I remember is that the graduation speaker was someone important, someone who was invited because that someone is supposed to give a message. What was more important to us graduates at that time was the excitement of the celebrations, the happiness and the joy of our parents, the sadness of parting from our classmates and from our teachers, and the enjoyment of all the graduation events that usually take place come commencement day. When I was a college student, we had a series of events which were designed to embed in our minds, which were designed to help us remember and not forget our days in college. We would spend one whole day going around the campus, visiting the classrooms, saying goodbye to our teachers, and sharing memories. We would have bonfires to say goodbye to each other. We had baccalaureate services where we committed ourselves to God and we prayed for guidance when we go out into the world. So many celebrations, and the speaker, of course, is the least important and easily forgotten component of the graduation exercise. Nonetheless, I will exert all efforts to share with you what I see are things or issues which a graduate should remember and recall. I have said that you are very special. You are very different. You are pioneering. There has been no other class like your class. There has been no other graduate like you as a graduating student because you are the very first graduate of the blended learning response to education in the Philippines. And so you ask yourself, what awaits you in the world outside? You can either work because the kind of curriculum you survive and underwent as a student will enable you to go to work if you wish to go to work. Some of you will proceed to further studies, and this would be a wonderful thing because there are many opportunities for further expanding your knowledge, for further answering and looking for explanations of issues, events that make you curious, especially in science, in technology, and also in the arts. So you can work, you can go to further studies, and perhaps some of you will settle down, hopefully not too soon, so you can pursue what you really want to do. So today, this is why we call this exercise a commencement exercise. It's not the end of our studies. It's not the end of all our efforts with blended learning, with modules, with floods, with earthquakes, and of course with COVID. It's a commencement of doors opening to you. More doors will be opened because you are a graduate. You can work, you can proceed for further studies, you can help your parents, and you can perhaps look for opportunities to do what you have always wanted to do, whether at work, whether at advanced studies, whether at learning more in science and technology, in mathematics, and in the arts. All of these opportunities are available to you. More doors are being opened. I hope you will select the door which arouses your curiosity, the door which will help you know more about this world, and the door which will allow you to contribute to the development of our country and contribute whatever we can to solve our problems and our challenges. Congratulations once more to each and every one of you. Congratulations to you, parents and family members. Congratulations to you, teachers. When I was chair of the board of Silliman University, each time we had graduation ceremonies, during the baccalaureate and during commencement itself, I would cry. I would cry because you are sending out into the world a new batch of graduates, and we want to be sure that what is awaiting them is appropriate. We want to be sure that they are ready for what awaits them when they select which door to open. And so, we tell you, go out to the world, do whatever you want to do. God be with you, and be assured that all of us love each and every one of you. Congratulations.
And now, our graduates.
matagumpay na araw po sa ating lahat. Mula dito sa amin sa Kagawaran ng Edukasyon sa Amihan ng Mindanao. Graduation, completion, or moving up ceremonies are testimonies of excellent coordination, genuine hard work, and great love. When the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, hitting the various sectors including education, the Department of Education, through the competent leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtolis Briones, firmly accepted the challenge to continue education, bravely wrestling with the challenges of the pandemic and unceasingly finding solutions to address any emerging problems. Amidst all these difficulties, emerged excellent coordination across all levels of governance and the different stakeholders, with the teachers at the forefront of delivering the basic education learning continuity plan. And here they are, our learners, who willingly submitted themselves to blended distance learning, painstakingly learning the ways of the new learning landscape, and successfully accomplishing all their academic requirements through genuine hard work. But these successes would not have been possible if not for the great love of the parents and guardians who have been selflessly offering their prayers, time, and resources. In other words, the successes of our learners, our teachers, our leaders, and the Department of Education at large, with the unwavering support of all our stakeholders, are products of our collective decision to succeed as one family. On behalf of the entire DepEd Region 10, allow me to thank and congratulate everyone for this great feat, which attests that DepEd indeed is on track. But just like what is said in our theme for this year's end of school year rites, strengthening quality education amid COVID-19 pandemic, we need to be on our toes. The COVID-19 pandemic is real, and so are other education emergencies. All together, let us rise from this pandemic, recalibrate our learning continuity plans, and continue to deliver quality education for our learners, the heart of DepEd 10. Muli, binabati ko ang lahat ng nagtapos sa taong ito. Hangad namin ang inyong patuloy na tagumpay, anumang landas ang inyong tatahakin. Pagpalain nawa kayo ng poong may kapal. Marami pong salamat.
Greetings! It was never in our wildest dreams that one day we'll be forced to close our schools to protect you, dear learners, from the pandemic. I know that what happened in March last year, when we had to forego the commencement exercises after President Rodrigo Roa Duterte announced that the country was placed under the state of calamity, saddened those who were supposed to proudly receive their diploma certificate of completion with their parents who waited for this precious moment that marked as an important milestone in their lives. This year, despite the health crisis that we are still facing, we decided to conclude the school year by holding the virtual graduation to recognize the sacrifices you put into the years of school work. This is the department's way of celebrating with you your success. Dear graduates, completers, this year's closing exercises with the theme Strengthening the Quality of Education Amid the COVID-19 Pandemic is a historic occasion signifying our victory as we have succeeded in pursuing our mantra, Absolung Edukalidad, and in fulfilling our duty as mandated by the Philippine Constitution, and that is to protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels, and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. Indeed, COVID-19 caught us off guard, but your teachers and school heads did not stop performing their tasks and finding ways to make education continue even if it means sacrificing their own safety so that you will have quality, equitable, and culture-based education that will liberate you from the bondage of illiteracy because they truly believe that you are the hope of this country. Allow me therefore to pay tribute to all DepEd Division of Lanao del Norte officials, school heads, teachers, and parents for painstakingly working day and night to ensure that you are given the opportunity to learn and finish basic education. This pandemic has indeed brought out the best in all of us because we have become more resourceful, resilient, steadfast, and innovative in our desire to deliver a strengthened quality education through distance learning modalities. In fact, the division managed to put in place programs that have improved our processes and systems. My special recognition goes to our very own Provincial Governor Imelda Quebranza de Mapuro, Congressman Abdullah D. de Mapuro, Congressman Muhammad Khalid Quebranza de Mapuro, and all the provincial board members, municipal and barangay officials, the officers and members of the Parent Teachers Association, and all other government and non-government organizations for being instrumental in the provision of equipment, gadgets, materials, and funding support for the full implementation of this division's basic education learning continuity plan. To all of you graduates and completers, warmest congratulations. You deserve this accolade because despite numerous difficulties you have encountered along the way, you persevered and succeeded. May this victory serve as your stepping stone to become better in every way, to be more productive, disciplined, and to be ready for the world of work. And as you leave the portals of your alma mater, take advantage of the knowledge and skills you have gained to pursue your dreams and aspirations in life. And always remember, your teachers and all those who played a dynamic role of educating you with a heart. Again, my salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us all recognize the school year 2020-2021 achievers. To start with,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I give you our once witty and cute student and now a graduate of PMNHS. Miss Emilu C. Anyascu.
I would like to start my speech with saying thank you. Thank you for choosing me to be your keynote speaker. I am very honored for being with you during this special event. To the principal, Ma'am Velma Lupintilao, to my former teachers and members of the faculty, proud parents, and most of all the graduates, ladies and gentlemen, a very pleasant afternoon. Today is a memorable day for all of you because you have just ended an episode of your life. Now, you are about to start a new journey. This school year's theme is about strengthening the quality education amid the COVID-19 pandemic. We know already that the pandemic has caused many high school graduations to be replaced with virtual and other alternative ceremonies. Despite our situation today, you did not give up, and I'm sure your parents must be proud of you. Today is the first of the series of accomplishments that you will surely achieve with the guidance of your parents, teachers, and people around you. Everything in this world has a beginning. Hence, there is no reason why you should fail in your future undertakings. And I just want to remind everyone that the future is still there and it's still coming to us. And I hope you learn to dream not only for yourself, but for the people who believe in you that you will succeed one day. Let me tell you something. I am proud to be a product of Placida Micabas National High School. Me and my sister and also my friends. I am proud to say that many from my batchmates or classmates are successful and each of them excels in their own field. On behalf of my batchmates, classmates, thank you so much. Thank you to our high school teachers for molding us, and thank you for guiding us in the right direction. Do you want to be successful? Then I'll give you some tips on how to become successful. First, start with a dream. Second, you should define what you want. Third, keep your mind positive. And lastly, do not forget to pray for strength and courage. With God, all things are possible. Trust in God and He will never leave you. High school life is the first step in your ladder of success. You do not know what will happen next, but if you have an aim, a goal, it will make your dream come true. Always be open to the new ideas and just enjoy the adventures.
Thank you, Miss Emily, for your time in celebrating with us today. And now, help me welcome Miss Josel for her speech and pledge of loyalty after.
To our school principal, faculty and staff of Placida Micabas National High School, guests, member of the community, parents and families, friends and fellow graduates, welcome to our first virtual graduation rite. It's been 2 years together with all of you. It seems too short, but the things I have learned throughout the years is for a lifetime. Allow me to share the events that happened to us. I remember the first time I stepped in my classroom. Everyone looks like new. Everyone was tense. Some were already friends since junior high school. I used to be an independent woman ever since my childhood. Days passed and I somehow realized I needed to know people around me and be friends with them. Senior high school life taught me to make friends and treasure them and who you can laugh and cry together. Classes are not complete without groupings. I learned two things, listening and teamwork. I learned to listen, to be open for opinions and ideas for others. I like to do things alone, but clearly, there are things I cannot do alone. Groupings taught me to rely on others for help. Reporting will never be out in a class. Everyone wants to write on the visual aid, but no one wants to talk in front of the class. I always ended up doing the talk as the leader of the group, and I think that because it benefits me and widens my knowledge and skills, I'm able to share with others. It's not always good and happy days. I have a lot of responsibilities in school and family since I am a working student. I try to live up to those demands to the point of failure, failing to the expectations. There are also times that I have no control of the situations, that I just need to face it. It's whether a death of a parent, a horrible news from a friend, or getting badly sick. But you know what? I realized that the better me is under construction, that I need the failures in order to have a stronger foundation that leads me now to this final event, where all of us are looking forward. It was a nerve-wracking while waiting for the result if I get on the list of honor student. So I have my realization, not only to work for my grades, but for knowledge and skills, believing that I could use them in life. My grades do not define me. I define my grades. I don't equate success with grades. Ellen DeGeneres once said, "The definition of success changes. Success is to live your life with integrity and not give in to peer pressure you are not." It's not goodbye, but I'd rather say hello. Hello to a new adventure.
We, the graduates of Placida Miquiabas National High School, do hereby pledge of our loyalty to our mentors, parents, our dear alma mater, to our country, and above all, to our Almighty God. We pledge to uphold the Filipino values and tradition, follow the ideals of our heroes, make our democracy safe and strong, and prepare ourselves for God's service in this world by making right choices towards a brighter and glorious destiny in the world to come. We pledge to strive harder to attain our lofty ambition to make our home, our community, and our country, the Philippines, a better, safer, and happier place to live in.
Closing hour has finally arrived. Congratulations! Tomorrow, new challenges and opportunities await you. As you continue with your journey, please look at it with fondness and pride. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our school year 2020-2021 virtual commencement exercises.